Today on Ready, Set, Renovate.
I think we have some issues with the toilet in there as well, right?
Yeah, it works like 7 out of 10 times, but
7 out of 10. That's not a great ratio for a toilet.
We see a barely functional bathroom and a boy's bedroom get a makeover that's all grown up.
I love that I have a dresser, I have the couch where I can relax and play with my friends.
Lucas is a busy middle schooler who loves riding bikes and managing his own dog walking business. At 12 years old, he's growing up and out of his current bedroom.
So Lucas, it's been a few years since we redid your room and we really loved it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you like most about it?
I liked how that I had 3 stories. We had the man cave, which I could hide from. We had the top story, which you could also hide from, but you could look over in the whole room.
You're going to turn 12 years old here pretty soon, and you said, can I get a bed where my feet won't hang over the edge?
Yeah.
Which I thought was a reasonable request. So that's how this whole thing started. So we just decided your bathroom had never been redone, and it was in pretty rough shape. And we thought, well, as long as we're going to redo his bedroom, we might as well redo the bathroom, right?
Yeah.
Tell me about what your bathroom is like right now.
My bathroom is such a mess. It has the dark red and yellow tiles, the shower pressure, I can barely wash my hair.
I think we have some issues with the toilet in there as well, right?
Yeah, it works like 7 out of 10 times, but
7 out of 10. That's not a great ratio for a toilet.
No.
I think we need to replace that at the very least.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how about the vanity drawers? We've had some issues with the knobs and opening them.
Yeah, they're all stripped, so you have to like kind of angle it to get it out, and then sometimes that doesn't even work.
All right, so in this new bathroom, what would you like to see?
I want a shower, I want drawers that work, I want a toilet that actually works most of the time.
What do you want it to look like?
I want it with something that pops.
Something that pops, oh wow. Sounds like you're familiar with the renovation process. You've told me several times that you like the look of wood, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe we can find something that brings those two elements together.
Yeah.
Now tell me about your room.
I can't really use my desk. I have so much stuff on it. I have souvenirs, I have antique cars, I have my knickknacks.
I mean, the idea of having a desk in your room was so you could do homework, but what we found out is that we really need some supervision on the homework, right? So that happens in the kitchen. I think we're just gonna get rid of the desk in your room altogether, right?
Yeah.
And then what else would you like to have in your room?
I want a king-size bed, a new dresser, and maybe a couch.
A couch, all right. Well, that's gonna be quite a bit of furniture to fit into, not a huge space.
So I actually drew a sketch in my room. Do you wanna see it?
I do, yes.
This is my bed.
Okay.
This is the couch.
The king-size bed, right?
Yes.
Because you are very tall,
Yes.
so.
And then this is my couch. And then this is the TV stand and...
Hold on. No TV in your room. Sorry. Wishful thinking. Sorry. I think we can handle everything else though.
Yeah.
Okay? All right, so we're gonna get started on this. We're gonna go shopping, pick out some materials, and you and your dad are gonna get busy cleaning up the room a little bit, right?
Yep.
Okay.
All right, buddy, Mommy said we gotta tackle that closet. What do you think? It's kind of bursting at the seams, isn't it?
Yeah.
A lot of toys. What do you think we can get rid of? Maybe there are some other kids that would appreciate some of these. What are some of your favorites?
Remember when we did this?
What about the basketball? We gotta keep that, don't we? I think we can find a spot for it.
While the closet cleanout continues in the bedroom, the construction team is prepping for work in the bathroom.
So what's the plan here as far as the demo goes? What do you start with?
Demo, we're gonna first start removing all the fixtures, the light fixtures, the faucet, the toilet, the shower fixtures, and then we're still taking all the tile out.
Are any of these items that are in here salvageable to recycle or use in other projects?
Yeah, there's quite a few of them. The tub looks pretty good, the fixtures look fine. If we find anything here that could be used in another project, we usually just take it and refinish it and we can use it again.
That's great.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm excited. My son is excited.
Yeah.
Let's get going on this.
Great.
Taka's team has no trouble removing the heavy stone countertop, sink, and faucet all in one undamaged piece. But the toilet proves a bit messy. Once it's out and the floor is mopped dry, it's time to start on the tile. In the meantime, Lucas heads into the workshop with master carpenter Tucker Warren to help out with the new vanity doors.
Basically, this is just our automatic edge bander. We're going to fire this machine up. And then right here, the flashing light, go ahead and turn that on. You'll notice the rollers start to run. Okay, now just again, keep your pressure against it and push it into the roller. One hand here and one hand here. Push it right in the roller. You got it.
Looks good.
All right, Lucas, it's time to sand this panel. You got here the orbital sander. What you want to do is sand it back and forth with the grain, okay? And you got your on button right here. Place it on the wood and then turn it on and then do your sanding. When you're done with that, you just place it back in here. And that's pretty much it.
You think I can try?
Yeah, you go. That's why you're here.
With the sanding complete, Lucas helps out with the first part of the finishing process by applying a coat of stain. Next, the wood is glazed to add some very light grayish blue tones. The final step is a coat of varnish that will help bring out the natural wood grain and provide a layer of protection. Coming up next on Ready, Set, Renovate.
And it's an added expense that is, in most cases, probably unnecessary.
Are your electric bills too high? Do your old windows make your house feel unsafe? Impact Windows and Doors can help secure your home and save you money. Call the trusted experts at Florida Home Improvement Associates and schedule your free in-home estimate. Take advantage of 0 down, 100% financing, and payments as low as $189 per month. Learn why over 40,000 families have trusted their homes to Florida Home Improvement Associates. Call to schedule your free in-home estimate today.
We're here with Tat Granata from Florida Home Improvement Associates again today, and today we're talking bathrooms.
Yes, we are, and this is a great example of some of the things that we've been seeing recently.
Yeah, this is a beautiful bathroom. It's all custom done with beautiful travertine on the floor. The homeowner upgraded all of this about 15 years ago, and it's starting to show some signs of wear, so they're looking for some options.
Yeah, the big concern for this homeowner was the grout lines and the mold that they were starting to develop, or they've seen signs of over the last few years.
Speaking of, yes, when we opened up the shower curtain, there was a scrub brush and cleaner inside the shower, so you know they're working hard basically every time they get in here to keep it clean.
And they go a lot further than most homeowners we meet with. They're really trying to do this, and it's still, they still haven't had much success, even with all this. So we looked at a lot of different options. Some of the things we taught was replacing it with a new tile, but that would still have the grout lines that they currently have, which would be potentially the same problem with that sand-based grout of water getting in behind it and then having nowhere to go, and then the mold would form and they'd be back with their scrub brush and trying to come to a solution.
Yeah, and not only is it unattractive, but it's unhealthy to have any sort of mold growing in your home.
Absolutely. So a lot of new innovations are happening with the shower systems, or a bath to shower conversion type system, where it'll be maintenance free. It'll be certainly a lot easier to clean. There's lifetime warranties from any type of mold or anything. So basically we can put in a new system that if we were looking at it the day after we put it in, or 14 years later, it'll look like the day after we put it in.
And this is a walk-in shower. You can use your wall system either in this scenario, you can add a tub to it, you can take a tub away, a lot of different options.
Yeah, it's one of the things that we're seeing most right now. A lot of families want to take that tub out and turn it from a tub into a shower area similar to this one. So there's a lot of different systems and a lot of different ways we can help folks get them the bathtub or shower of their dreams and what they've been looking to do.
Sounds good.
The North Florida Junior Golf Foundation was founded to provide opportunities for junior golfers wishing to gain tournament experience and enhance their golf and life skills. The Players is proud to support the North Florida Junior Golf Foundation. It's 29 days until the Players.
Ooh, what are you watching?
The Jacksonville Image Awards.
I heard the host killed it.
Get your tickets now for the Jacksonville Image Awards Gala event presented by the Cochran Firm. It's a celebration of African American leaders who make an impact in our community, honoring trailblazers, those who inspire, and people making a difference in Jacksonville. Be a part of this celebration, February 29th at the Ritz Theater. Go to newsforjax.com for ticket information.
Get your tickets now.
The Sounds of Scotland return to the Clay County Fairgrounds for the 25th Annual North East Florida Scottish Games and Festival. This family event includes a children's area, athletic games and traditional Scottish food. Celtic rock bands at this year's event, Albanach, Ochkilter and Seven Nations. Tickets are just $15 in advance and $20 at the gate. Children under 10 are free. The 25th Annual North East Florida Scottish Games and Festival, February the 29th at Clay County Fairgrounds. For more info, visit neflgames.com.
For visitor information, go to exploreclay.com.
The Baxter Family Survival Guide.
Dad, you taught us to be self-sufficient.
And yet you're all still here. Expect the unexpected.
You want money, maybe you should do what other people do.
Get my own reality show. Dad, I'm trying.
Last Man Standing.
Weeknights at 8 and 8:30 on Channel 4.
The construction team made quick work of the bathroom demo. Now they're ready to start the tile for the walk-in shower.
You had to build a new shower floor.
Yeah, basically a new shower pan. We actually got lucky that the old tile was pretty up high with the thin set, so we used that height to do the new shower pan.
So if it hadn't been built up as much as it is on top of the foundation, you would have had to use a ton of mud to make it the same level.
Exactly.
The main part of the house is all travertine large squares, and we wanted to kind of keep the flow going but make it a little bit different, so we're doing these hexagons. Yeah. Are these hard to work with?
Actually, it makes it a little bit easier that they are in a mesh.
Okay.
We've installed them before where they're just one piece at a time. That's a lot more difficult, but this is gonna be a little bit easier than if it was just a single piece.
You are going all the way under where the vanity is gonna be.
The advantage of that is in case you ever want to change the vanity, you have tile under there already.
Right.
So you don't have to redo the tile.
Right. Yeah. And it's an added expense that is, in most cases, probably unnecessary, but this is such a small room,
Exactly.
it doesn't add that much.
It doesn't add that much to it. Yeah, I think it's worth doing.
With the bathroom work moving ahead, Lucas and I deal with the flooring in the bedroom.
So I do see that there's something wrong with the carpeting over there in the corner. We discovered that a little while ago, and no one's quite sure what happened to it. What do you think happened to it? I don't know.
We narrow the new wood flooring choices down to 2 light-colored options.
So you were pulling for this one. I kind of liked this one. But you know what? I asked the flooring installer which one we should choose, and he told me something interesting. This one, see how much thinner it is than this one?
Yeah.
That means that this one is a better piece of flooring. So if there was ever like that mystery problem with the flooring again, where something happens and we don't quite know what happened, we could sand it down and fix it.
Yeah.
So I think we better go with that one, right?
Yeah.
Before the new wood flooring can go in, Junior Santos and his team will take down the existing loft. Built to last, it takes the better part of a day for the breakdown. Starting at the top with the wood frame, Jose and Junior remove all the heavy-duty screws from the 3rd level. They drill down through the framing for the 2nd level and finally are able to remove the heavy stairs. With the bathroom tile finished, the carpentry team is here to install the cabinet fronts. They're also putting up matching trim and a barn door today. First, they'll remove the old door casings by cutting through the caulk with a utility knife. Next, the wood grain and old nails are pried off. The team then trims and assembles the new casing.
Here we go. Now, there's a couple of things that we have to do with the barn door. Up here, along the top, we got to cut into the drywall, install a blocking strip. Then we have the top runner board. It's kind of like a breastplate, so to speak, that holds the rail for the door.
Measuring and checking levels at every turn, the team makes minor adjustments for a perfect fit.
We had to actually go from a 32-inch opening to a 30-inch opening to accommodate all the dimensions, so the door don't stick past the jamb when it's fully open.
Back in the bedroom, all the furniture is out, and Junior and Jose start work on the flooring. Once the carpet and pad are out, there's an unwelcome discovery. The moldy remnants of a long-gone air conditioning leak will need to be cleaned up. Junior sprays the area with a mold-killing solution and gives it a thorough wipe down. After sweeping up the debris, the team is ready to move on. The next step is to get the floor level. Junior begins by securing a wood plank that will set the height. He then mixes up a cement-based liquid tile backer. It's a fast-setting material that can be used to patch and raise small areas on top of the slab. He spreads the underlayment just outside the doors to the bathroom and bedroom.
That's it.
The material dries in just a few minutes, and the team can now begin setting the wood planks. Coming up next on Ready, Set, Renovate. This is the kind of thing that folks can donate to Habitat, and it really goes to help someone else in the community.
My gosh, yes, absolutely. And I'm so proud of him for doing that.
When faced with Hurricane Michael, one product stood strong.
Our windows helped that house survive by withstanding an impact. The testing protocol calls for the product to be impacted by some form of windborne debris, flying debris. Then it has to get cycled with negative and positive pressure, 4,500 times one way, 4,500 times the other way, and then the window still has to operate after that. Our windows were hit by windborne debris. The glass cracked, but the windows still operated. They did what they were supposed to do and protected the home.
To learn more about custom window systems, visit cws.cc.
If you've been in a car crash or suffered an injury, this could be the most important message you'll hear. Almost always, the person refusing to pay you is not the person who caused the crash. It's their insurance company, companies with deep pockets and an army of lawyers. At Morgan & Morgan, we have an army too. Many of them even came from the same insurance companies we're fighting against today. If you're injured, dial Pound Law and have our army fight for you. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
Named the top spot for veterans to live.
That's a Duval thing.
A dinosaur on Beach Boulevard?
That's a Duval thing.
And a morning team who invests time to tell you stories you won't get anywhere else. Who help you get around traffic tie-ups with Time Saver Traffic. And sends News 4 Jack's breaking news alerts to your phone so you can help keep your family safe. Who works to get your day started right? You guessed it. The Morning Show on Channel 4, the local station.
I just wanted to get out and see kids.
For the first time since 1976, Clifford Williams and Nathan Myers are heading home.
What are you thinking when you think about all that you've missed?
I lost a lot, but I found a lot.
A local man who spent more than 4 decades doing hard time, even on death row, and his surprise of a lifetime on the outside. Freedom. Monday at 11 on News 4 Jax.
They say I would never get out of prison, but God had other plans.
You need a bed that fits you. You need some more storage space for clothes.
I actually sketched out the way I'd like my room to look.
Oh, so very organized.
With some definite design ideas for his new bedroom and bathroom, Lucas is excited for the final steps of the renovation. The wood floors are in and the furniture has arrived. Designer Brenda Johnson and her husband Roy will add the finishing touches today. She's recovered the existing window treatments with fabric that incorporates some fun texture. They begin by installing the Roman shades. The front features an abstract pattern that complements the new color scheme. The backing is blackout fabric that will ensure a good night's sleep. A faux leather header is all that's needed to complete the look.
Okay, so Roy, now that we've got the cornices, the Romans up, we're going to add the cornice to the top. I'm going to slide that over the top of the brackets. To the left a little bit, please.
Sure.
To the right. Right there. So let's make sure we're raising it up so that Lucas can have some light. And for the first 2 or 3 times raising it, you have to kind of give it a little help to make sure all the folds are going to go properly in the right place. Lock it in place and fold it down. Voila!
With the window treatments installed, the team touches up the bluish-gray paint and white trim. Once it's dry, the king-size bed and matching dresser are moved into place. In the meantime, Lucas hopes his loft bed will find a new owner at Habitat for Humanity's Restore. So Tony, Lucas really loved this loft. He's just outgrown it, but it's in perfect condition, and this is the kind of thing that folks can donate to Habitat, and it really goes to help someone else in the community.
My gosh, yes, absolutely. And I'm really proud of him for doing that, because when you donate something to a Restore, it's really like giving twice. Because not only is someone going to get the benefit of repurposing this and using it again, and that enjoyment that comes along with it, Habitat's going to use the money that they get from selling it that goes right back into building a home for a family. And that's a fantastic thing.
And this is an example of something that, you know, someone might have in their garage like we do at this point, and they might think, oh, nobody's going to want this. How would anyone use it? Well, when you look at the individual pieces of it, there's a lot of good wood here that could be used for a number of different things.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, this is a quality piece of furniture for sure. And hey, great straight 2x4s for a builder are like gold, right? And but you know, this is such a unique and quality piece. I think it would almost be a shame to break it up.
Okay, well, you gotta stay in touch with us and let us know if somebody buys it, and we'll be excited to see how they're using it. And it's next little life. We loved it. It was so fun.
Yeah, and it's gonna be fun for somebody else too.
Coming up next on Ready, Set, Renovate.
I like the wide planked wood. It looks old, it looks antique. I like how I put the rug over it, but yeah, the rug has hexagons in it, which matches the bathroom tile, so that's really cool.
Get ready for Jacksonville's premier running event. Registration is now open for the Gate River Run 15K, Synovus 5K for charity, JTC Running Junior River Run, and Brooks Rehabilitation Challenge Mile. Sign up at gateriverrun.com.
Ooh, what are you watching?
The Jacksonville Image Awards.
I heard the host killed it.
Get your tickets now for the Jacksonville Image Awards Gala event presented by the Cochran Firm. It's a celebration of African American leaders who make an impact in our community, honoring trailblazers, those who inspire, and people making a difference in Jacksonville. Be a part of this celebration, February 29th at the Ritz Theater. Go to newsforjax.com for ticket information.
Get your tickets now.
Jax, sit.
With middle school on the horizon, 12-year-old Lucas was ready for a more grown-up bedroom.
You know, I really love my room. I love the man cave. We had a lot of fun memories in there, but I'm getting too tall. My feet are hanging over the edge. I can barely get in there.
His bathroom was also in need of an upgrade, so after some tough negotiating, we came to an agreement.
Are you gonna get straight A's?
Yeah.
Okay, then if you sign a contract saying you're gonna bring home all A's on your report card, I'll go ahead and get that bathroom stuff lined up, okay?
All right.
After several weeks, Lucas gives his new space top marks.
Well, it took a little longer than we were expecting, but I think it turned out pretty well. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's your favorite part?
The king-size bed.
The rustic gray platform bed features industrial metal accents and 2 drawers on each side for extra storage.
I love that I have a dresser. I have the couch where I can relax and play with my friends. I like the wide planked wood. It looks old, it looks antique. I like how I put the rug over it, but yeah, the rug has hexagons in it, which matches the bathroom tile, so that's really cool.
If I had to pick just one thing that was my favorite thing in this room, I love those rocks over your bed.
Yeah, they're cool. I like how I use the different colors and their different shapes, so we made it go up in like a pattern.
That almost looks like something that would be in nature, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And we've got your artwork up there. You know, I took that into the framing shop, and the lady said, you know, this is a really, really nice piece of artwork.
My art teacher used to build old lamps and different antique stuff, and she had a bunch of this material laying around. And in art class, we had to build a wall piece, so I decided to build that one.
And it's really nice. It works perfectly in here. We got it framed so we can hang it on the wall. Are you proud of that?
Yeah.
You should be. So I said no on the TV in your room, right? But we did get you the couch, so are you liking it?
Yeah, I like it a lot. You know, we can hang out with friends on it. It folds out to a bed, so if we need to sleep another person. It works for that.
It was great that we were able to use the old window treatments. Miss Brenda was just able to recover them and we could reuse them, and they look really, really nice.
Yeah. I'm glad we could put them back because it was way too bright in here without them.
And what do you think of the paint color? It's a little bluer than I think you were wanting, but I like it.
Yeah, it turned out great.
During his last room makeover, the design plan was centered around one of Lucas's most prized possessions.
One of my favorite things in my room is Big Blue Bear. He's a stuffed animal right next to me. I've had him since I was 1, and I've just slept with him every night.
So I wasn't sure Big Blue was gonna make it into this new, more grown-up room, but you found a place for him, right?
Yeah, I put him there. He stays there during the day. I think he likes it. So.
Yeah, he likes the new room too?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now let's talk a little bit about the bathroom. We had a lot of issues in there. We had some really weird tile that didn't go with anything in the house. You had a bathtub that didn't work that well. You had a toilet that worked most of the time. Tell me about the end result. Are you happy with it?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, what's the best part about the bathroom?
I love the stand-up shower. I love the blue tile. I love that I actually have water pressure and that my toilet works all the time. And that I don't have to try to angle the knobs to get out the drawers.
How about that barn door? That's pretty fancy, huh?
Yeah, that's really cool.
Mr. Tucker did a great job building that, and you actually got to help him out in the shop, right?
Yeah.
How do you think it turned out?
I love it.
So Lucas, last time we covered your room renovation, you gave me a hug at the end of it, and you told me how much you loved me and what a great mom I was.
I love this room, and I love you too, Mom.
I love you too. And so, I mean, no pressure, but I get another hug. Yay! I love you, babe.
Love you too.
If you would like more information about Ready, Set, Renovate, please visit us at ReadySetRenovate.com.
We're here with Tat Granata from Florida Home Improvement Associates again today, and you guys have a big install here.
Yeah, we do. We just started the window installation today, so it's going pretty well so far.
This is a very cute neighborhood, well established, built in the late 60s, but it has grown into itself, and there are a lot of busy streets all around here. That's one of the things that your homeowner is going to benefit from with these new windows.
Yeah, it was one of the first things she mentioned when we had our initial visit with her, is that she wanted to do something to reduce the sound and make her home a little bit more quiet for her when she's home, as well as making it more energy efficient at the same time.
So these are not hurricane glass, but they are security and safety glass.
Yes, she did want to provide security from intrusion. She wanted to feel a lot safer when she was in the home, and we went with a really energy efficient glass package as well. So she's going to get the comfortability she was looking for, and it's also going to make her feel a lot safer when she's home.
Absolutely. And she's replacing several of the windows on the front and the side of the house. How long will this job take?
This is just going to be one day. We're going to be in and out of here today. She's going to be really happy. The installation team is doing a great job so far, so it's going really well.
They arrived here just shortly after the crack of dawn to get started so they can contain the mess and they can get through this in, just a few hours. So inside is where the work really starts. Your guys have put up protection so nothing inside the home gets damaged.
Yeah, the homeowner's here and she could be here during the whole installation because we really contain the debris. We work in a small confined area so that she can be there, and we really make sure that the mess is kept to a minimum.
Okay, and it's going to look awesome as well. There's nothing like new windows and doors to really freshen up your home.
Yeah, it's really going to transform the front of the home. It's going to make a big difference.
Okay, thanks so much, Tat Granata from Florida Home Improvement Associates. If you'd like more information, you can call the number on the screen or visit FHAproducts.com.